the notification that I was going to be on here, but go ahead and just set this up right here. I'm being one of those annoying people that's like, no, actually I'm not that annoying. I'm in the middle of the parking lot, but waiting for a girl. I'm waiting to park right now. Anyway, so I was just wondering if anybody here on Patreon was losing weight or if you're gaining weight, because a lot of y'all had been complaining about gaining weight over like the last year, myself included. Like rapidly, starting like a year ago. So I was thinking as I was driving, I always get like downloads when I'm driving. I just need to set up a little camera in the car so that I don't have to worry about it, and just like whenever I start channeling, just start channeling. And have it run live, because I just don't have enough room on my phone to store everything, so that's why I always do it live. But anyways, so don't steal my spot, lady. I'll bless you with love and light. So Jennifer, you're wanting to gain weight? That's a good way. That's actually a good point. So not everybody wants to lose weight, but everybody wants to be in good physical condition, correct? That would be like the correct way to put it. Ooh, 2 spots. Look, my guides, I was like, I need a front row spot. My guides are like, here, we'll get you 2. Got 2 spots. Nothing better than 1 spot than 2 spots. Except for I only have 1 car here. Okay. If somebody takes my spot, oh, that lady just ran up on the curb. Okay, so I'm gonna park right here. Anyway, so yeah, I've been running this formula. I call it Formula 3, but it's like 3 different energies. It's when I used to do like more like 4th dimensional healing, like psychic surgery, medical intuitive, the type of stuff where like you kind of need your mind in order to use the right energies. But I found that by doing those, I realized that it was kind of like a little bit like doing magic, in that like you're using your own mind to figure this out. Unless I'm in trance, I just figure it's my own mind. So that's why I like my trance channeling so much, because I'm not here, you know. Oh wow, this is a good way to park straight. There's a window right in front of me. I can see if I'm straight or not. There, I'm straight, because you guys are in front of my camera. Oh my god. Anyway, so I'm going over to the 7 for All Mankind. There's an outlet over by our house, and I'm like, none of my jeans fit, because today Jeff's like, yeah, your jeans are like a little bit baggy. It makes you look like you're a little bit heavier than you really are. And I was like, oh, thank you for telling me, because my jeans that I got after I was pregnant were like a size 20, like a size 28 or something, right after I had Buddy. And then I got it to a size 30, like jeans. And I need to go buy a size like probably 27 right now, or 26 or something like that, because all of my jeans are way too big. And it's just happened in like the last month that I've started to lose weight. And yes, I'm less stressed. I don't feel like I'm taking care of like other people. I like don't have anyone working for me really anymore. It's just me on my own, which people are still helping out, doing their parts and stuff like that, but I'm not like responsible for like salaries and stuff like that. So I think that really, really, really helped to release stress. So I was on the phone with Dr. Susie yesterday, because I talk to her every month on the phone for 30 minutes, because that's how I guess they're allowed to do psychiatrist appointments now, because I still take medication. I take one medication still, and so I have to see her every month for it. And I was telling her that I had started to lose weight, and she said, well, it's because you're getting less cortisol, from less medication. She says, but she says, nobody has less cortisol these days. She says, what did she say? She said something about cortisol is actually what they're giving people that have the coronavirus. And I said, well, is the coronavirus, is it from too much cortisol or too little? And she said, that's a good question. So we're going to actually do like a channeling session and figure that out, because the thing about cortisol is from stress. And if you take medication that causes you to have cortisol, but you don't have enough adrenaline, then you're just getting fat. But if you have adrenaline, you're like, like constantly going, Jennifer Masters, I wonder if you have too much adrenaline. That just hit me. That I just thought about that. But anyways, this Formula 3, I was telling Dr. Susie about the I've been running like Formula 3. It's like a citrine like energy. It's kind of like citrusy. It almost looks like you use like the fat gets frozen and it gets filled with like this like energy. I used to use it in psychic surgery, and I used to use it for people to lose weight, and they like lose a ton of weight. I called Demi today, and I was like, "Hey Demi, I'm gonna try the Formula 3 on you. Let's see if it makes you lose weight. Let's see if it still works, even though we're not in a 4D like environment. We're in a 5D environment, even though we're in a bad 5D environment." Look at this. This is ridiculous. Look at all these people with masks. I mean, I'm gonna have to put a mask on any second, but I mean, it's like, okay, no one can smile at each other. Everyone's afraid of each other. Like literally, everyone's like afraid of each other. And that causes adrenaline rush like 24/7. Guess what loves adrenaline rushes? Demons, entities, dark forces. They love it when you have an adrenaline rush because you drop down.
I don't know how to put classes in a
really, lady. Oh my goodness. Okay, lady. Wow, that's weird. Okay, my car just started talking to me. Anyway, yeah, adrenaline rushes and like all that stuff. Those are basically energies or entities that attach onto the upper first chakra area. So they're like gods or goddesses in the root chakra, which is, not a good place to be. And that's where you drop down to. That's why you get shaky and like, like your throat and your chest get all shaky. It's called an adrenaline rush or an adrenaline dump. When you get afraid, like when somebody comes in and goes, rah, like that, like scares you, you're like, ah, and like your armpits get all like itchy and like, that's adrenaline. So then cortisol comes in and kind of goes, there, it's going to be okay. And like, or you eat ice cream, that gives you cortisol. It's like, everything's going to be okay. So there's different things that give you cortisol. But the citrine thing, to me, always felt like it calmed down like adrenaline. And people that are always like, I have all these fallen angels or demons around me. It's like, no, you just have a ton of adrenaline coursing through your body. You need to chill. Like you literally need to chill. But people that are addicted to adrenaline, like me and like anybody else that I know pretty much that is in this world, it's because our parents were like all, oh my God, I gotta do this and I gotta do that. Like all like constantly stressing, or we were watching our younger brothers and sisters when we were like 4 instead of, when we were like 14. So we were constantly having to look at the time and look at what we were doing and instead of just chilling and being a kid. So that Susie calls that childhood PTSD, not necessarily from traumatic stuff, but just from like just having to have that much more adrenaline coursing through your body. Some people don't have enough adrenaline. Some people have no adrenaline. They're like sloths, like and that makes you gain weight too. So this formula, the citrine formula that I've been using, kind of balances that out. So I was thinking of possibly, I don't know if anybody lost weight after last week's class, but I'm wondering if it's that's making me lose weight, or if it's the removal of all the negative energy. Because I have the 11th person just got in touch with me and said that they lost over like 5 pounds overnight after Wednesday class. Oh wow! I didn't say whose name that was, but you said I was right. Yeah, I think that Dr. Susie, her name is Dr. Susie Shooter. She's amazing. She treats with cortisol, like low doses of it, and it actually makes you feel better. Like if of course your cortisol levels are off. If you have too much, then you'll just get fat. But it's like our brains crave the drama, and that's why we're like, oh, that person is talking about me, and oh, that person, oh, what? Oh, hold on, I gotta get on social media. Okay, they're challenging me. Okay, well, you're fat, you're ugly, and oh yeah, you're really stupid, and you believe this and you believe that. Well, you're wrong. And then they write back, and then it's like this like whole like thing that we've created for ourselves, that if we wouldn't have turned the computer on in the first place and we wouldn't have looked at the stupid comments in the first place, we wouldn't have that adrenaline rush. But then we'd feel bored, and we'd feel like what Susie calls screaming boredom. It's like you're sitting there in a room full of excited people and you're just like, I'm so bored. Like, anyone else get that? Like, just hit like yes or no. Like, if anyone gets that, like, it's like you find yourself being bored when you shouldn't be bored. Oh, hi, Jill. How's it going? Yeah, it's like if you ever feel bored when you shouldn't be bored, and that's why I get nervous when Madison's like, Mommy, I'm bored. I'm like, Madison, you're 4. You shouldn't be bored. But she's like total like, I mean, like she loves to almost be dropped, and she loves to be spun really hard, and she loves scary movies. And I'm like, no, don't be an adrenaline addict. Don't be an adrenaline junkie. Those are the people that end up like, I mean, alcohol, drugs, and that type of stuff is what people use in order to alleviate or to relieve their adrenaline junkie, or they become like Evel Knievel's, or they're like Jeff, and you know, they're into like shooting and jujitsu and mixed martial arts and you know, flying an airplane that you could die in any second, that type of thing. So anyways, but I wanted to see if anybody was interested in doing some sort of like weight loss study thing. There would have to be an energy exchange, so I'd make it like super cheap, but just give me feedback. I wouldn't even like be like, hey, I'm gonna send you energy right now. Like, I would just do it each night or each morning and witness the healing go into each person, and then you guys would just have to comment and let me know if it's done anything. If you feel like, oh, I feel like I actually want to work out, but my ass is too lazy to even go work out, but at least I'm thinking about it, that's good. That's good news, right? At least you're thinking about it. Oh, I don't want to put that stupid mask on. I'll do another video on this because I wanted to do it separately, but I figured out that we take light in through our mouth, and by people covering their mouths, they're not taking in as much light. I'm like watching everyone's energy. Let's see. The lady without a mask on. Interesting. That lady without the mask on was upside down, so she had no light anyways. She was like a bat hanging upside down. Ew. Interesting. She's taking in the light from someone's behind their head. So what's the mask doing anyways? Keeping people from creating. Keeping people from creating. Why? Whereby the light shines through. This is where creation has already happened. What creates is the frequency and the vibration of the sound that comes to the mouth. Huh. I'll have to do something on that later. Shelly, keep coming to Wednesday classes. You shed so much stuff this last week. I was like, go Shelly. Like, you've never like released so much stuff ever. And no, I'm not going to give you a line by line reading on what it was. Unless of course you got a reading. By the way, anyone that I owe a reading to, I'm going to do those. We've just been dealing with getting yeah, you did really good, Shelly. I'm proud of you. What's it called? Plane tickets to go out to Texas because my Aunt Goga passed away, and I mean, she's hopefully in a better place. If there's any mediums here, contact me. I'm always looking for a good medium to refer stuff over to and stuff like that, because I'm a good medium, but I don't necessarily like doing mediumship work. But anyways, I'm going to go in and buy some skinny jeans, but just one pair because I plan to lose more weight. I lost 30 pounds in 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 6 weeks. But I was like overweight. I was heavier than I'm used to. Like now I'm kind of like where I was after I had the kids. So I plan on, I'm telling you, it's from it's from doing this thing that's releasing like extra cortisol and balancing out adrenaline and cortisol in the body. It's like a psychic surgery like energy that I use. I've been running that kind of like through like my healings, but I've also been doing it on people in class that feel like they need to be balanced out. So that's why I was wondering if anybody had been losing weight or gaining weight, or what had been going on. If people had been gaining weight, have you stopped gaining weight? Thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, she was actually my aunt that my parents, when I was being bad, my parents shipped me out to go live with her in Texas, and I lived out there for a couple of years. I was close with her. But had like, what makes me so upset about my aunt is not that she passed, is that she didn't need to go at 75 years old or 76, but she like worried herself into this state of mind that she was in the end. And it's like what I teach, but she wouldn't want to hear what I did because they were very, 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 very Baptist. Yeah, way too young, way, way too young. But she was just so worried all the time, and just so like, worried about everybody. And that is a form of adrenaline addiction, okay? Worrying gives you the adrenaline, because what is worrying? Worrying is literally going through a future made up event that's your worst possible fear over and over and over, chemically, like in your mind, you are going through this emotionally as if it's truly happening every time you worry. So your body's being affected, you get fat, you get out of shape, you get autoimmunes, you get cancers. No, 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 Rachel, don't say that. Mothers don't need to worry, not if you have faith and trust. Because if you trust and you have faith that your child's going to be okay, and obviously you're taking the steps you need to do in order to make sure that they're okay, if you're worrying about them, you're actually putting negative energy on them, which is actually attracting negativity to them. How many people had parents that were like, oh, I worry that you're going to get on drugs later on, and then you did? It's because they created that on you, for you. And before you knew who you were, you just turned into what they thought you do. Isn't that annoying, Shelly? Yeah, worry. So just say, okay, so here's an exercise, okay? Say, I now command that my subconscious mind and unconscious mind turn all worry that others have for me into whatever frequency I need in order to be in perfect shape. There you go. Transmute the worry that people are worrying about you. Take that energy they're giving you. They're freely giving you energy. They're like, here, take my energy. But it's with worry, so that they can then use you as a reason to worry. And you being the reason to worry, then they can have their cool little adrenaline rush, and they can be like, oh, I'm not bored now. Great. This is awesome. But nobody realizes that they're doing this. And that's why it's so interesting talking to Dr. Susie, because she understands, like, you know, being an empath is not a good thing. Being an empath means that you're in constant fight or flight. You know, you're constantly in fight or flight. She says, scanning around, looking for danger, looking for danger, looking for danger. And you can train yourself to be like empathic and feel the higher vibrational energies. But that'd be more of like someone who's more of like an energy vampire, trying to take people's good energy. So it's like, we need to stay within our own field. We can get a kind of like a sense for, oh, that person's happy or that person's sad or whatever, but not like feel it in our body. If you're feeling it in your body, it's because it's your body's like primal way of protecting itself. That's what she says. And I tend to actually agree with that, because every empath that I know happens to be a pretty negative person, you know, and they go, oh, it's because I feel everyone's energy around me. I'm like, well, yeah, that's because like attracts like. You're not going to feel sadness unless you have sadness within you. If you're happy, all you're going to feel is happiness around you. You're not going to feel sad people. So like when you go into a state of fear of anything, it doesn't have to be of your life. It just has to be somebody drops a book really loud and you're like, like that. And you're empathic. You're going to start picking up on everybody's low frequency energies. And that's why I train you guys to be very aware of your emotions and feelings, because once they start running away with you, it's kind of hard to, you know, catch them. So anyways, this Wednesday coming up is going to be really cool. I'll probably do it from... I'm going to be doing it from Texas. Interesting. I'll be doing it from Texas. So that'll be interesting. And then we still have to run the rerun because I want to do the Wednesday class. But yeah, the way that I lost the weight, Jennifer, somebody asked that, Jill, is I got rid of stressful people in my life. I had like 5 or 6 very stressful people that were in my life. And I just kind of was like, told God, okay, I need to set boundaries. I need to not stress about other people. I need to not care about other people, because I'm caring about them, and caring about them more than myself, I'm creating my own demise. And I just stopped, and everything just worked itself out itself. So ticket purchase. Okay, so how you guys always get tickets is just go on discoverintuition.com and you click on the link that's in the top picture area where it says like join me for blah 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 class. I should just write something that says that get tickets. But Janice and I are working on putting in like a month or two's worth of classes up front. So you guys will be able to get tickets whenever. But if you ever like can't find a way to get tickets or whatever, just contact me or Janice. Not me. Who am I kidding? Contact Janice or just I'm trying to hire a couple of people right now to help out with this stuff because I feel bad because I'm like 3,000 emails behind. But yeah, so just contact us and just know that we're there every Wednesday, and the Black Magic class is actually pretty cool. It's working out really, really well. I'm going to Austin, and then we're driving down to San Antonio. Or New Braunfels, sorry. Anyway, okay, I gotta go get my jeans so that my husband doesn't tell me that I look fat in my jeans. It was actually like kind of like a compliment. It was a compliment / like your jeans make you look big because they are big. I was like, that's a compliment. I'll take it. Okay, guys, I will see you later. Comment below about the weight thing so I can see if we should do something with these energies and see if you guys want to participate in it. It'd be like maybe like a 5-day thing or something like that. Yeah, he totally wants to see me in tight jeans. Someone was like, yeah, you go get the tight jeans and you got you guys are going to end up with another baby. And I was like, okay, I'll go get some baggy jeans. Okay, bye guys. Going into, I love this outlet mall. It's so cool. And then, what's it called? Kate Spade right next door. And then Coach right next door. I love this store. Okay. Comment below. I'm going to read the comments when I get back to my computer, when I get home in like 30.